CNN helped to quote unquote free a prisoner in Syria after Bashar al-Assad has been ousted. However, he is not the innocent man they thought he was. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a ridiculous case from CNN. Now, they're over in Syria after the al-Assad regime has ended, and I don't know what they're doing. They're going and touring prisons, jail cells, whatever, and it just happened upon a locked cell with someone in there. Okay, they get the guard there with to go shoot the lock off, and there's a guy on the ground sleeping under some blankets. Now, the guy says his name is Adel Gerbal, and he had been in this cell for 3 months without seeing any kind of sunlight. Now, this guy is not who he said he was. His name is actually Salama Mohammed Salama. He was a notorious torturer under the Bashar al-Assad regime. If you wanted to get past him, you wanted to do certain things, and he's requesting a bribe and you don't give it to him, well, that's when the torturing started. Now, I don't know his methods of torture, but I'm willing to presume that someone who did that is probably in jail for the right reason. And I'm not even sure that he was really in jail. I don't even know what this really was. Okay, it could have been a psyop from the beginning, a fake stage thing from the beginning, which is what CNN has done before. Remember when Roger Stone got arrested, but that's a different story, and I digress. Here is a tweet from the young lady right there. We're going to see her. Her performance here was Oscar worthy. You see her caption. In nearly 20 years as a journalist, this was one of the most extraordinary moments I have witnessed. Okay. And then you see my man, Allah type beer, pointing to the sky, right? You see it right there. And then the headline here says, my God, there is light. CNN witness moment. Syrian prisoner is freed from Assad's former jail, whatever. Now you can see there's a little fact check right there. We're going to get into it right now. Okay. Now you see this right here. Are you serious? He spent months in a Syrian prison. CNN's camera caught the moment he's freed. Now we're going to get back to that. We're going to get to the whole video here, but this is a headline from New York Post. Okay. Prisoner CNN helped free from Syrian prison was actually a notorious Assad regime torturer. All right, now let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Okay, so there is an independent and unbiased fact checker called Verify Sci. Here's a quote. We have subsequently been investigating his background and are aware that he may have given a false identity. And this is what CNN says. Okay, after the Verify Sci said, hey, that's not Adel Gerbal. His name is Salama Mohammed Salama. Okay, first lieutenant in the Syrian Air Force intelligence with a long history of alleged war crimes. So CNN has acknowledged that, you know what, we might have made a mistake. He wasn't a prisoner, all this, that, and the third. Now that's him after they freed him from being in the cell for, what was that, like 3-4 months without seeing the sunlight. He looks pretty well groomed, nice tidy jacket. He didn't appear to be like, this is my first time out in 4 months, right? I think the whole thing was just some kind of weird thing from Syria. I don't know what this was. And let's go back. Let's go back here to the actual video from CNN. This is before the fact checking. You guys got to see how this whole thing played out. Okay. The guard right here, I think, is going to shoot the lock off, and they're going to enter the cell where a guy is sleeping through the door of his cell being shot open. Check it out.
Deep in the belly of the regime's Air Force intelligence headquarters,
these are English letters.
We are hoping to find traces of Austin Tice, an American journalist held captive in Syria since 2012.
So I guess the goal was to find traces of an American that had been there. Obviously, he's not there right now. What are they trying to find? A scribble on the wall that could be his writing? It seems like a really weird mission from the beginning.
It's one of many secret prisons across the city. This specific branch was tasked with surveillance, arrest, and killing of all regime critics.
These are all cleaned out.
We don't find any hints of Tice, but come across something extraordinary.
I can't tell though, it might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked. Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door.
Where's
go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Now, the guy's right there under the blanket. Now, either he's just trying to play dead because, okay, maybe they're coming in here to kill me, or this is a whole thing that's been set up because obviously you're not going to sleep through the lock to your door being shot off. You're not going to sleep through that.
It moved. Is there someone there? I thought I saw it move. Is someone there? Or is it just a blanket? I don't know. I'm a little...
I think it's someone. Hello?
Okay, it's just
We playing hide and seek. Like, you can't see this human being figure up under this blanket. I mean, come on. Like, are we 5 years old or what?
Yeah. Oh. It's okay.
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
Now, he's been in there for at least, 90 days? Does he appear to be malnourished, disheveled, unkempt, untidy? Is that what he appears to be? It looks like he just got there this morning. All right, what we going to do? We going to set it up. We're going to put one lock on the door. I'm going to tell them I've been here for 3 months, and it's going to be a whole big thing. We're going to put it on CNN. They might have got paid to do it. This might have just been a story that CNN did to get some relevance, which is pretty pathetic if that's what happened.
It's okay.
Look at the lady. Oh,
He tells the fighter he's
hey,
from
look at her. Oh,
the city of Humps and has been in the cell for 3 months.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
He clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
white liberal lady. Thank you, white liberal lady. Thank you, please, for saving me, please. Thank you for saving me from the cell. White liberal lady, you are my savior. Thank you, white liberal lady.
Okay.
Does
anyone have any water? Water.
بدي اشرب مي.
My. Okay, it's water. It's water.
Man, he all right. Like, this is pathetic, man. Like, they're not questioning this. He looking dead in the camera, too. I'm dying of thirst. Let me get a good photo op right here. Dead in the camera. Do you see this? Look at this. Look at this right here. Come on, man.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay.
He took about a few sips of water in Syria where ain't no water.
You're okay.
We start to walk him outside. Thank God you are safe. Don't be afraid, the fighter says. You are free.
جابوني. هي ثالث سجن.
This is the third prison they brought me to, he says. The third prison. After 3 months in a windowless cell, he can finally see the sky.
الله ضوء. الله ضوء. يا الله.
My God, the light, he says. Oh God, there is light. My God, there is light.
Man, what in the world am I looking at? What in the Blind Side, Sandra Bullock, Michael Oher is this? What is this?
Okay.
خليكم معي.
You're okay.
Stay with me, stay with me, he repeats again and again.
You know what? This right here is how people get scammed every day. They get scammed just like this. This guy is a torturer who would torture people when they wouldn't want to pay him a bribe. This is not a good person right here. This dude kissing all on you, holding your hand. Thank you, white little lady, for freeing me from the cell. I think the whole thing was set up. So he's just in there by himself. Ain't nobody in there to feed him. Ain't nobody in there. He's just there for 3 months and it's been abandoned. It's just one cell with the lock on it. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
خليكم معي. خليكم معي إلى 3 شهور.
For 3 months, I didn't know anything
بعرف
about
شو يعني
my
ولادك، ما
family,
بعرف
he
شو يعني
says.
أهلي.
I didn't hear anything about my children.
حيشوفوك هلا حيشوفوك على التلفزيون
ما بعرف شو يعني ولادي والله ما بعرف شو يعني أهلي.
حيشوفوك
The fighter hands him something to eat.
لا.
He barely lifted to his mouth.
The food looked pretty good. I'll tell you that. That's a positive part. Allahu Akbar. And then he gets us some good food.
The fighter hands him something to eat. He barely lift it to his mouth.
Man, look, Muhammad ain't missing no meals. Look at this dude's face, man. He ain't missing no meals. He all right. I don't see no signs of malnourishment. Like they don't question this in the moment. It just gonna take it for face value. There's so many red flags to this whole thing being false. It's ridiculous. This is why mainstream media sucks. They ignore obvious stuff that regular people like I'm a regular guy in my house in the spare bedroom, and I can see that. But they, with all the money, resources, talent, education, they can't see it.
Okay.
But his body can't handle it.
Okay, you're okay.
His captors fled during the fall of Damascus, leaving him with no food or water. That was at least 4 days ago. I'm shaking. My face is shaking, he says. The rebel tells him there's no more army, no more prisons, no more checkpoints. Are you serious, he says? Surya Harra. Syria is free, he tells him. It's the first time he has heard those words. He tells us his name is Adil Khurbal, and that officers from the much-feared Mukhabarat intelligence services took him from his home and began interrogating him about his phone.
Oh, is that right? All right. So, Mr. Adel Ghurbal, Mr. I'm so scared, I'm so shaken, all this, that, and the third, really a torturer from the Bashar al-Assad regime. Ridiculous. But look, as I close, I want to say this. CNN back at it again with Yale journalism, no fact checking, taking obviously fake things for granted, and or they're trying to pull a fast one on us. Maybe this whole thing was set up by them. Maybe they were set up by people over there in Syria. Maybe they got some money in Syria to do this, so they made the whole thing. Okay, we're going to put this guy in the cell, make this whole kind of thing up, present it in front of the cameras. That'll be a good story. We get our money. Everybody's happy. The American people are bamboozled. That appears to be what's going on here. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about what's going on here with CNN? Do you think they set this up? Do you think they were fooled? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know what I think. CNN sucks. This is yet another example. I mean, it's not just a one-off of CNN. It's not, okay, because sometimes people can get fooled. I've been fooled before. I done got a story or two wrong. How many years of doing this? I might have got a story or two wrong, but look, I'm just one person, and I don't have all the resources that a CNN does. They go to Syria and see the situation and just take it for face value and don't question it at all, and they publish that. Did they do any kind of background check, any kind of verification to this guy and who he is and his background? Or they just say, okay, whatever he tells me, I'm going to just believe it. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.